And aloha! Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'm your host on the only program that is by a fan, for the fan, and absolutely about you, the fan. And the damn Blues are losing 1-0. Come on, guys. We don't need this. We need to play much, much better. Aloha. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and you're on the Blue Note Fan Report Intermission Show, brought to you by Forrest, Crump Enterprises. Let me bring in the heel, the Arizona sports guy who's being a Minnesota fan today, and the real Brock Banner. Hey, Brock, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. I wish we were up 1-0.
Yeah, I wish we were up 1-0 too, but you know, they didn't play a bad period. They did not play a bad period at all. Hold on. Ryan Green, thank you.
You gotta love Ryan.
Thank you. 2 days, and we got a new fan. See, this is what it's all about. This is why I do the Chuff in the Lounge. Tell everybody that you know, Ryan, about the Blue Note Fan Report and get the word out, man. What a great, we'll get into this game. Let me get you out of the thing there, Lance. I don't want to cover your face, but this is an absolute fun show, and we're getting better and better and better. And I thought, and I don't know if you guys all got to see it, but my interview with Kimby was probably one of the best shows I've ever done. It went really good. Okay, so let's get into this game. Blues down 1-0. I think up until that goal, they had played very well. One of the things that I'm seeing is that Minnesota is not afraid of anybody. They're playing man-on-man hockey, which normally doesn't work, but they're playing it very, very well. I'll start with Brock.
That's exactly it. I mean, the Blues came out inspired. They had some, great chances. Jordan Kyrou had, the breakaway there. You thought, my gosh, how can you miss that one? And they had their chances. They're getting that penetration. They're getting in the zone. And then all of a sudden, poof, it just disappeared. It just stopped. So, unfortunately, the inconsistencies with this team just continues, and it's maddening. But again, it's early. Hey, I get it. There's time to come back.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'm going to skip over to Lance, and I'll let the heel talk last. What are your impressions there, Lance?
I think it appears from the drop of the puck, both teams are wanting to play a strong defensive, physical game. They're both hitting each other, and last I checked before I came down to get on this vlog is they were up by several hits, and the Blues have had some good hits. Minnesota's had some good hits. I think we're just going to continue to see that type of game. I don't see a 5-4 game. I see a very close 3-2, 2-1, 1-0 type game. And it's going to be a fun game to watch for the next two periods. And I'm sure our buddy AZ Sports Guy is probably going to agree with me, but he may throw something in there about the Coyotes. I don't know, but let's get his thoughts on it next.
Come on, let's go, AZ.
Well, first and foremost, I'm rocking this lovely Minnesota Wild jersey because for the next 3 games, I am a diehard mini fan.
Stand up. Let them see it. Stand up.
Let us see it.
I can't stand up fully. There you go.
Okay.
Got the Wild jersey. It's too hot in the office. I don't wear pants. But it just one thing I'm looking at, even though right now I'm playing the role of a Minnesota fan for the next 3 games so Arizona can get back into the race, St. Louis is kind of controlling some of the more important aspects, especially the face-off circle. It's 61% of the face-offs. That's probably one of the most important stats. I mention it all the time about the Coyotes. I haven't got to watch it. I was listening to the last 3 minutes to try to prepare for this, especially when you're winning them in the offensive zone. Those are the face-offs you don't want to squander because those aren't exactly the most common of them. So at least they're doing well there, but I kind of need Kaprizov to get a couple goals just so Arizona can breathe a little easier.
No.
Well,
man.
What's funny is with 3 minutes left, they said the Blues were ahead on hits 7-3. So how that became 5-5 is beyond me because I actually counted 6 or 7 very good hits that you count as hits. And
and John Hefner says BS to find a hit. You know what? That's
I
one
like
of them
that.
stats.
Yeah,
that's a stat. So that's what that's like. That's like an error in baseball, right? Sometimes when a pitcher's doing really well, a ball will just touch the glove or something, and they'll call that an error. That's a home because the home team keeps the score, right?
Yep.
And that's what I think this is here. I think this is a little hometown keeping the score, but the hits have been there. They've been good. The one thing, Richard Campbell wants to know who's on the back of your jersey.
Oh, it's a blank.
It's a
bored, so
blank.
I just
Just
got
what
a
you're
blank.
shooting, blanks today, buddy.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, man.
I think we can only say that if he's got a vasectomy. So,
Yeah.
They won't give me one yet.
hey,
BS.
buddy. Hey, I'm gonna admit on live TV, I had one after 2 kids. After 3 kids.
You're not the only one.
I had one scheduled after 2, and I backed out of it because I'm a wimp, and I'll admit that. But I had one after 3 because I will tell you why. If I wouldn't have, my wife and I are so fertile that I would probably have 9 kids, and they would all be boys, no girls. So I
am I on Dr. Laura? Am I on
Yes,
Dr.
you are.
Laura right now?
Yes, you are.
Oh my goodness.
This is Dr.
Boy,
Laura.
this show's digressing really fast. No, let's go over the stats real quick because you guys have talked a little bit about them. No power plays, no penalties. Nice call game there, and I haven't seen any. So the refs are pulling back. I like that. Face off 61-39, favoring the Blues. Block shots 5 for the Wild, 2 for the Blues. Takeaways 5 for the Blues, 4 for the Wild. Giveaways 2 for the Blues, 1 for the Wild. Hits are 9 apiece. Again, we don't know what that is. The one thing that I noticed, especially in the last 5 minutes, when the Blues had the puck in the defensive zone, there were 2 Wild right there. They're playing a very tight man-on-man game, and the Blues took advantage of that early. That's where Kairu's breakaway came from, was that tight man-on-man. He was able to get by his man. They've done some good stuff in the neutral zone, but right now, if you notice, in the neutral zone, this is where this game is being played. This game is very tight in the neutral zone. A lot of hitting, a lot of passing, a lot of movement. There's been a lot of offsides, and that's because of the neutral zone play. I love it. This is my favorite type of game. Go ahead, Brock.
Well, our man AZ, I'm sure if he had a name he'd put on the back, it would be Kaprizov, because the thing that scares me is that guy's already gotten open a couple times, and those are the type of plays that will burn you every time. It may not burn you in the first, but those plays burn you in the third when you're worn down. And then the other thing, Torrey Krug making the turnover, I thought was just ridiculous. I'm like, Torrey Krug, come on, you're what we got. You're our defense right here. And, to turn the puck over like that, I thought was very irresponsible and a boneheaded play. But again, Kaprizov, I'm just very concerned about. I think if he gets the puck, every time he gets the puck, I get nervous.
Well, you should, because those type of guys.
Yep, I do.
Those type of guys, they're going to get their shots and chances. I don't care who they're playing. I don't care how strong a D you're playing. They're going to get their chances. And Brock, you're kind of freezing off and on there, buddy.
Yeah, you might have an internet issue there, Brocker, man. AZ, I know you're rooting for the Wild right now, and I get that. What in Arizona? What's the feeling in Arizona? Are they really? Because right now the Blues' magic number is 14, right? Mm-hmm. And as long as the Blues, they got to hope the Blues to lose, but they got to take care of business too. What's the feeling there in AZ with this game?
The feeling in Arizona, for the most part, is blind optimism, and I don't understand it, but it's a lot of Arizona needs to win, St. Louis needs to lose, and keep it pretty much that simple. I've seen a little bit of Arizona's just not good enough, which is funny. The same people that were saying that this is a playoff team 2 weeks ago, but whatever, man. Whatever, you do you. So it pretty much just comes down to St. Louis needs to lose, Arizona needs to win, and then once St. Louis wins and Arizona loses, then we're going to get to the excuses and whatnot.
Yeah. No, you just come through it. So now we've got the deadly second period coming up, right? And when I say deadly, I mean the Blues are freaking distrusting in the second period, except in the last game. They outplayed outplayed Arizona. The Avalanche 2-1, but they gave up that goal. They cannot give up a goal now. They have got to come out and play a much more solid style of game, but speed you're starting to see some speed in this game. Mm-hmm. Ruby's starting to take the brakes off, right? Yep. He's taking the training wheels off and saying, okay, play this. The back check has been good. Every time Minnesota's been tried to get the puck in deep, there's been somebody there. I've liked everything but the goal. And for the goal, I'm sorry, Lance, I'm putting that one on Bennington. He was out of position as the way I looked at it.
I don't think he was out of position. He just didn't make the save.
Look how much
I
look how
know
much room he had between his shoulder and the post.
I know, but you're a damned if you do, damned if you don't in that situation. If he goes towards the post and he opens up the far side a little bit more. I mean, a goaltending is decision-making, instant decision-making. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. That's a 50-50 type shot. He's going to make the save, or, it's not one of those that's, it's all on him, or it's not all. It's just a great shot, and he just couldn't save it. I don't fully blame him for that, but you're right.
Okay.
He could have been hugging that post a little bit harder, but like I said, he'd have left the far side open if he'd have done that.
But if he left the far side open and it's a ricochet in, I'm okay with that, right? Because that's what would have happened on that. If he would have been hugging that post a little bit more, there was enough traffic in the lane that would have had to bounce off of something to get in there.
As a goalie, I'm going to stand up for him. So that's
Okay.
just the way I see
That's
it.
fair enough. No, that's fair enough. But
I
mean,
I
that's the
understand.
thing.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I fully do. I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
You never agree with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
Brock.
do. Hey,
I know.
hey, you
No.
agreed with me. You agreed with me that Hoffman should be getting more than 10 to 12 minutes and that he shouldn't be on the fourth line. You agreed with that?
Yes, I absolutely agree with you on that.
You did minutes, not million, right? You said minutes.
That's
not
right.
million. Okay. Let's get it straight. Get it straight, folks. No, I
Yeah,
expect the Blues to come out with some grit. They got to know what's in front of them. They can't. They just got to be in. Their mind's got to be in the game. They can't make these mental mistakes. I'll turn it over to you guys. I'm excited. I'm pretty giddy right now, but I think we can get through this.
Yeah. I'm excited too. But you know what? I don't know if AZ guy believes this or not, but I'm going to tell you what, buddy. I think this is going to go down to the last game or two. There's going to be Blues are going to be a point ahead. Then the Coyotes are going to be a point ahead. Blues are going to be 2 points ahead. Then it's going to be tied. Then it's going to be one. I think it's going to go that way until the end of the season, unless one of these teams can just go on a hot streak and pull off 6-7 wins. That's the way I think it's going to be. I might be wrong, but what did the rest of you think?
What's
go
Connor Garland? What's his status? I heard that he was on the fritz. Is Connor Garland done for the year? Is he going to play or?
Last I checked, he's still. I don't know if they officially moved him to week, but last I saw, he was still day to day with no timeline. So when I see that, I usually assume week to week, and especially this close to the end of the season, 50-50 whether or not he's going to come back before the end of the year. Maybe like if they go to the playoffs, he'll come back for the playoffs.
Yeah, because I think he's key to what they do. Really,
That's a huge loss. Huge loss.
Hey guys, we got to take care of a little business here first. Canada has announced that they're not going to lift their restrictions for the playoffs. So what I honestly see the Stanley Cup Finals being at a neutral building in the U.S. If I was the NHL, that's what I'd do. I'd put it in a neutral building in the U.S. That way you don't have to worry about travel back and forth or any type of quarantine, right? You can get away with that. So that's something we're going to have to deal with. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. You're watching the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Brought to you today by Forrest Crump Enterprises, War Story Coffee, and Mike Zook Enterprises. Check out stlfanreport.com for more information. I'm joined today by Brock Banner from the STL Fan Report, AZ Sports Guy from AZ Sports Guy, and Lance the Scott, the man, the myth, and the legend from the Drop Hockey Podcast. This is our second intermission show with your points. Hey, we got Ian Oman, excuse me.
Hey, Guy, you're getting a little ahead of yourself. You said second intermission show.
First intermission show. Wow. Sorry, man. I took a drink of water, and that drink of water didn't decide which way it wanted to go.
I think what it was is that interview with Kimby just blew your mind. So you thought
I'm sorry. I've done a lot of interviews with stars and all of that. That's the first live one, really live interview I've done. Yeah. And that was an absolutely amazing show.
Yeah. I told you he'd be a great interview. He doesn't pull punches. He's very honest. He's not going to BS you. Some people don't like that, but that's what I like about him. He's not going to sit there and toe the company line. If the Blues aren't playing good, he's going to say they're not playing good. What's
Ian
so funny,
it's
Mr. AZ
a 7-game
guy?
win streak, bud. I'm guessing that the Wild are on a 7-game win streak.
Yep.
Is that okay? Yep. I be honest, I didn't know it.
Yep.
And they're good at home. They're
very good at home. Very good at home.
No, they are.
The Coyotes
that's fine.
them.
I looked at it this way. We needed 4 out of 6. The Blues needed 4 out of 6. I think they can steal a 5th one.
Yeah.
And this tight game right here is showing me that they can steal a fifth one. This isn't the one I thought they would steal the fifth one out of, because I'm pretty sure that Huso is going to start tomorrow. At least that's what I got in my mind. That Huso is going to start tomorrow. So I know AZ Sports
I was
Guy
told-
found
yeah,
the show from his channel. Give him a little love. I
Cool.
always give Matt love.
Sure.
Matt,
I
you
get
know
more
that.
love from him than the Coyotes fans. Like, y'all love me more.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was
There you
told
go.
for
Yeah,
I was
okay,
told
Ian. I remember talking to you the other day
Yeah.
when he was eating a burrito. I remember now.
I
right?
was
That
I
sounded
was-
a little bit angry. Don't worry, I'm not. Okay.
I was told that Huso will start if the Blues win. It will
If the Blues win.
It'll be a game time decision on Berube's part if they lose.
Okay, I can see that.
I got to ask, the burrito, did you and your wife ever get it resolved? Because you kind of cut it off right in the middle of the discussion, but did you guys get it solved?
Yeah.
Thing?
I just ate the burrito. That was it. I
Just ate
I
it.
just ate the burrito.
Give me that damn thing. I'm going to eat it.
Yeah. So the other day, after the Coyotes lost and the Blues won, after the Coyotes got destroyed by destroyed by the Sharks.
Hey,
He was-
Guy, the Coyotes
caught it.
The
And I
Coyotes
seen the
almost
tweet.
came back. The Coyotes
But
almost
they gave
came
up
back.
4 goals before the 15-minute mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
Or 20
So he's online. Griping and complaining. So, by the way, we're back to PG language, guys. I opened it up for Kimby, but we're back to PG.
PG.
And I only got 1 or 2 F-bombs out of him. I was hoping to get more, but hey, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I threw an F-bomb in there. So he was eating a burrito and complaining, and I jumped on, and it was great, man. I loved it. We're all good, Aaron. This is the one thing about this show. And if you have not watched this show before, or you're new to this show, we will disagree with each other. There's no name calling. There's no upset. It's nothing personal. We all love hockey, right? We are all sports fans. We love hockey. The game is almost back on. We're going to see you on the second intermission show because NBC's not giving me my full 20 minutes, NBC.
guys,
This is Guy saying aloha.
Guy, real quick. And
Yeah.
when it's a nationally televised game, you get 17 and a half minutes. When it's a local game, you get 15 minutes.
Okay. No, I thought it was 20.
Nope, 17 and a half.
Okay. Well, this is Guy saying aloha mahalo, and I'll see you at the second intermission show.